The Magic Mirror
by Olga Kass.
A fairy tale. Once upon a time, there were two best girlfriends. They played together as children, studied side by side, were never apart, and swore that nothing would ever separate them. Years passed and they grew into young women. One of them met a handsome young man and decided to marry him. "He is so wonderful," she told her friend. "I am so happy. Rejoice for me." The young man proposed, preparations for the wedding began, and invitations were sent. But on the very eve of the celebration, the groom suddenly refused to marry her and confessed that he loved another. It was a terrible blow, and the abandoned bride wept bitterly. Yet her sorrow grew even deeper when she learned that her fiancé had left her for her own best friend. The girl ran to her former friend and cried, "How could you? You knew how much I loved him." "What could I do?" the other answered coolly. "It was his decision. He chose me because I'm beautiful, and you are just one of many." These cruel words shattered the unfortunate girl. She could neither eat nor sleep. She cried without ceasing. The pain was so great that dark thoughts visited her mind, and for a moment she even thought of ending her life. But soon sorrow turned into anger, and anger into a burning desire for revenge. This desire followed her day and night, and at last she decided to seek help from a local witch. For dark thoughts often lead foolish hearts to dark doors. The witch listened in silence, then shook her head and asked, "What do you want? Shall I curse your treacherous rival in love? Enchant your former fiancé so that he returns to you? Or cast a death spell?" Know this, for any such interference in another's fate, you will pay with a piece of your soul. Nothing is ever free. The girl trembled. "No, I do not want that. Is there nothing you can do that will not touch my soul?" The sorceress thought for a moment. "You truly need help, and I pity you. I believe I have something." She opened a drawer in a black oak table and drew out a large hand mirror. "For this you will pay only with money." The girl took the mirror, admiring its antique frame. "Will it help me? Truly help?" "Let us say it has the power to do so." "How? How does it work?" "You must discover that for yourself," replied the sorceress. "Will you take it?" The girl paid without bargaining and hurried home. Once there, she unwrapped the mirror and looked into it. Nothing unusual happened. It showed only her own reflection, a familiar, unhappy face. She studied herself sadly. "How ordinary I am," she sighed. "There are so many like me." The reflection suddenly nodded. "Yes, the most ordinary," said a soft, sympathetic voice. "And what a short nose and uneven face I have," the girl continued. "Indeed," agreed the mirror. "You were not fortunate with those." "And my hair is dull and will not curl at all. No wonder he fell in love with her instead of me." The reflection eagerly agreed with every word. The girl grew angry. "All you can do is say nasty things. This is your magic," she snapped. "Now I understand what the witch meant. You will make a perfect wedding gift for that heartbreaker." The reflection nodded enthusiastically. She wrapped the mirror in beautiful paper and secretly slipped into her former friend's wedding feast. With a silent wish that the bride would never know happiness, she placed the gift among the others and left unnoticed. After returning from her honeymoon, the young wife discovered the mirror and was delighted. She gazed into it and smiled. "How beautiful I am!" To her astonishment, the reflection nodded. "Yes, beautiful," confirmed the mirror gently. "And what a beauty! Your husband should be proud. He should kiss you every day, bring you gifts, and fulfill your every desire." The young wife soon became inseparable from the mirror. She spent hours before it, admiring herself more and more while paying less and less attention to her husband. Her demands upon him grew, not by the day, but by the hour. A year later, her husband packed his things. "I cannot endure this any longer," he said. "It's over between us. And perhaps there never was anything at all. Goodbye." The beauty rushed to the mirror. "How could he leave me? He must love me forever." "Yes," the mirror replied. "He is a fool who did not understand his happiness. Men are stupid and ungrateful creatures." "Am I still beautiful?" the abandoned wife asked anxiously. "More beautiful than ever." "And yet he left me?" the woman cried. "You are lying." In a fit of rage, she seized the mirror and hurled it out of the window. But the mirror was magical and could not be broken. It fell from a great height onto the pavement and remained whole, without a single crack.
A passer-by, a plainly dressed girl, noticed it and bent to pick it up. "How can anyone throw away such a marvel?" she exclaimed. And of course, she glanced at her reflection and pulled a comical face. "How funny I am!" To her astonishment, the reflection nodded. "Yes, funny," confirmed the mirror gently. "Hello, monkey face." The girl blinked in surprise. "How do you know that is what my friends call me?" She examined herself and then laughed. "I really do look like a monkey, but a cute, funny one." She raised her eyebrows, crossed her eyes, puffed out her cheeks, and made faces. The reflection copied her, and soon she and the mirror were laughing so hard that some passers-by began to stop and watch. Not long after, the director of the local theatre came around the corner. He was in deep despair. The premiere of his new comedy had failed the night before, and he could not understand why. The play was good, the actors were talented, yet the audience had not found it amusing. Something must be done, he thought gloomily, and quickly. At that very moment, he heard cheerful laughter and grew curious. He pushed his way through the small crowd and saw the girl in the mirror making playful faces. He too began to laugh, then struck his forehead with his palm. "That's it," he exclaimed. "She's great. She's fantastic. She's exactly what my play is missing."